This is the Tecno Spark 40, the Spark 40 Pro, and the Spark 40 Pro Plus. Three phones with the same family, but with very different personalities. And I know you might be wondering which of them best suits your need or which one should you get. Well, in this video, I'll be comparing all three of them side by side, covering things like what you get in the box, the design, the display, performance, the camera, down to even the speaker, software, battery. And finally, I'll help you make an inclusive, decisive decision for you to know which of this Spark series best suits your need. So you want to stick around to the end to know which one I actually feel is the best for me and help you make that decision for getting yours. First, all three of them come with a 45-watt fast charging brick, and I love this especially because you don't have to spend additional money buying any of the bricks. And then you also have a USB-C cable, a protective case, and a SIM ejector too. Now for the 40 Pro Plus, the protective case also has some form of magnetic symbol that indicates where the wireless charging will line up. And this is to help with the wireless charging that comes only with the 40 Pro Plus. And if you stay to the end of this video, I will explain in a little bit why that is even important for us to mention it now. And also, if you stay to the part of the video, kindly click that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We can still do it. Thanks for supporting. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. All right, let's get right back into the comparison. Where you start seeing a little differences right away is from the way these phones look, their design and build. Now for the Spark 40, it has a 7.7mm and it weighs about 186 grams, but it's just still a plastic build. And added to that, it has an IP64 dust, water and splash resistance. Sorry, just dust and splash resistance. Now for the authentication for the 40, it's the side mounted fingerprint sensor, and it also has a face unlock that they work perfectly well. Not as fast as the top end, but they do work well. While on the 40 Pro, it is 6.69 and it weighs 170 grams with a flat AMOLED design and also an IP64 rating. For authentication, it has a side-mounted fingerprint and also the face unlock. The Spark 40 Pro Plus, on the other hand, is the slimmest out of all of them with a 6.49mm and also a 163-gram curved AMOLED edges. And it's the closest look to any of the flagship phone out of the three of them, but it still has just a 164 IP rating. And for authentication, it has an under-display fingerprint sensor and also the face unlock. I'll tell you practically, just from looking at all three of them with the amount of time I've spent with them, if you put them side by side, which I'll show in this video, just looking at the screens, the 40 Pro Plus has the best screen out of all three of them, and you can understand why. Now at the display is where Tecno really flexes a lot. For the Spark 40, it has a 6.76 LCD HD resolution and also 120Hz screen refresh rate, which is smooth enough for you to do a lot of basic things, but also not as vibrant as what you might expect if you're looking and comparing this with a top kind of level phone, which is not what we are doing here. For the Spark 40 Pro, it is 6.7-inch flat AMOLED 1.5K resolution, and it ups the refresh rate to about 144 Hz. Now this is a huge step in the color and clarity, and it gives it a little more variety to whatever you're viewing on the screen. But the Spark 40 Pro Plus is a 6.78 curved AMOLED 1.5K resolution, and it also has 144Hz refresh rate. And this is, like I said earlier, it looks and actually feels so premium. So here are the things you need to consider. Do you want just a smooth screen that works, or you want like an AMOLED visual that pops and feels like flagship? It will depend on what you need and what you want, and also your budget, that will determine which of these to get. But we're not done with the comparison yet, because we still have a lot to go into, especially when it comes in terms of performance. Let's see what is actually under the hood of all of these devices. For the Spark 40, is powered by the MediaTek Helio G81, and it comes in like the 48GB RAM variant. Now this is reliable for messaging, social media apps, and some light gaming. I've actually played some light games with this, and it works pretty well. It's decent for your light gaming, but obviously if you're like a pro gamer, you won't be looking at this device at all. Now for the 40 Pro, it comes with the Helio G100 Ultimate, and it's also an 8GB RAM, and it shows on instantly like some big jump in terms of the smoothness and efficiency. You will definitely notice it. But for the Spark 40 Pro Plus, which I feel like, you know, still comes with a Helio G200, is better than the G100. It ups the performance a little bit. It has an 8GB RAM, and it's the most powerful processor out of all three of them, and it's better suited for multitasking and gaming. When I played Call of Duty on all three devices, I enjoyed it most with the 40 Pro Plus, but also this is the most expensive, so you might wonder why they're putting all of these additional specs there. Now the question is, are you looking for what works, or you're looking for something to future proof? It depends on you, and we're going to answer these questions at the end of this video, so you might want to stick around, because right now we're going into the cameras, and now cameras tell a similar story, because spec wise and on paper, all three of these devices have a similar primary camera. Now for the Spark 40, it has a 50 megapixel main camera and also an 8 megapixel selfie. In daylight or like in good lighting environment, the pictures are good. I like them, and also it's good for a lot of social media quality. You can get what you need to get going up there, as long as you have it and know in your mind that this is a budget entry phone, so your expectation might want to be dialed down a little bit. Not, but when it comes to the 40 and 40 Pro, now the front facing camera actually has a bump in the megapixel. The 40 and 40 Pro comes with a 13 megapixel selfie, but the primary camera at the back is still a 50 megapixel, and instantly you will notice that the selfie pictures from the 40 Pro and the 40 Pro Plus, they look a little bit better, and it has some better edge detection to help with those portrait shots that you like. So now I'm filming in with the front facing video, 1080p 30 frames per second on all three of the devices. This is the Tecno Spark 40, this is the Spark 40 Pro, and this is the Spark 40 Pro Plus. So how does this sound, and which of them do you think actually looks the best with the selfie video? What I'm noticing immediately is they all just look differently and are processing it a little bit differently, but definitely just straight out, the Spark 40 Pro is looking the best to me. It might be because it's just in my line of sight, and if you're wondering what I'm using to actually show you this video now, I'm filming this on the Insta360 Go Ultra. This is the newest one that Insta360 has just released. I'm testing it and currently reviewing, so if you like to see this video, you might want to subscribe to the channel, because this is a game changer when it comes to filming vlogs. But to the rear camera, try for the rear camera. All right, now to properly test the front facing image stabilization or video stabilization, I'm just going to do a light jog. So generally speaking, like I said, all these three are wonderful devices by Tecno: Spark 40, the 40 Pro and the 40 Pro Plus. This is obviously the slimmest. This looks and feels a little bit more solid, and this also looks like something from the future, but all three of them are pretty decent phone for the price. It boils down to you. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Let's go. Now, if I'm being honest, none of them will come close to like the iPhone or the Pixel in low light or in social media in broad daylight, but they do get the job done. I'm not expecting Pixel or iPhone quality or Samsung quality from this, but honestly, the pictures are not the worst that I've seen in thousands of smartphones that I've reviewed, especially how they sound, which brings us to the speaker part of things.
Everything goes for some people and nothing goes for other people. You know, the thing about life is everything goes for some people and nothing goes for other people. You know, the thing about life is everything goes for some people and nothing goes for other people.
Now, the Spark 40 has dual speakers with DTS sound, which makes it sound a little bit good, and the bass is typically better than your average budget phones. But for the 40 Pro, the dual speaker has that Dolby atmosphere, which is kind of a richer and a more immersive sound as opposed to the DTS sound, and you instantly notice this when you're playing music, especially like at a very loud volume. For the 40 Pro Plus, it also has dual speaker and Dolby atmosphere, which is the same as upgraded from the Pro. It's more cinematic. One thing I will say and I'll give to Tecno is they are putting dual speakers in all three of these phones, and you might be wondering, why is that even important? Now I'll tell you. When you're gaming or listening to music on the road or watching a movie vertically, your hands tend to block some of the speakers. So if it's only a single speaker at one end and your hands are somehow in the way, it will greatly impact the amount and the quality of the sound you hear. So having dual speakers just helps your ear listen a little bit better, and you're hearing sounds from both directions. It's a nice touch, and which I have to thank Tecno for still putting in these budget features. Now, some of the software that they run with, all three of them run with Android 15 and iOS 15.1. When it comes to software support, we're not sure how many years support these devices will get, but hopefully if they're able to get 2 years, I'll say that is a good and decent bump. Now for the Spark 40, it has the Ella voice assistant, document assistant, writing assistant, and the AI wallpaper. Now these are all the AI features that come with Spark 40, and they are not as much as the AI features in the 40 Pro Plus and also the 40 Pro, and I'll tell you a little bit. So now for the 40 Pro Plus and the 40 Pro, they have all of the AI features I mentioned in the 40, plus they have the transition assistant, the social assistant, the AI note, recording summary, the AI subtitle, the AI gallery, and even the circle to search. Wow. Now, all three have FreeLink, which is the Bluetooth call that you can use to call without a SIM for up to 2 kilometers away. And I feel like I keep saying this is a nice to have in a phone, especially if all of you in the house are using the same brand of phone from the same parent company. You can just make those calls regardless of the network or situation, and it can be like your own personal walkie-talkie free of charge. FreeLink is, in my own opinion, genuinely useful, and I'm thinking of making a dedicated video just for it. So if you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments and I'll think about making one for you. So you can have all of the best phone with all of the best specs, but if your battery keeps dying under like 30 or 1 hour, it really makes no sense in my own opinion. Now, all three of them come with a 5200 milliamp battery power and also a 45-watt fast charging. Now for the Tecno Spark 40 and 40 Pro, they only have wired charging, and it takes about 50 to 60 minutes to get up to like 30 minutes, which is a lot in my own opinion, especially compared to the new Redmi 15C that takes about half that time to get a full charge, which is something I might be reviewing. If you want to see that video, let me know in the comments and I'll do that review for you. But now for the Spark 40 Pro Plus, it adds a 30 watts magnetic wireless charging and a 5-watt reverse charging. So you can actually use the 40 Pro Plus to charge other devices, though it will be at a very slow rate. But if you're charging things like, you know, like buds or your watch, this might come in handy if you're on a journey and you still have power there, but you need it to charge another phone. You can power that phone up with the wireless charging. Now, remember when I said I'll get to this part of the video to explain why that case makes any sense? Well, we're here now. Once you look at the back of the 40 Pro Plus, there is no clear indicator as to where to position the phone to get the optimal wireless charging, which is where the case comes in place. Now you can see there is a ring in the case, and this just gives you an idea of where to position the phone to get that reverse wireless charging. So I think it's actually a good touch that Tecno is kind of educating its users on how to position their phone so that you don't think it is not working and you're able to use that wireless charging. Also, one thing I need to tell you, if you want to use the wireless reverse charging, you need to turn it on in your settings. There are a lot of features in these phones and I don't want this video to be over long. So if you want a video of me explaining some of the best tips and tricks on how to get the best out of your Tecno Spark 40 series, let me know in the comments and I'll do a video letting you know all of the wonderful things you can take advantage of in this Tecno Spark 40 series. Now, I know I must have overloaded you with a lot of information and you're waiting for this part whereby I'm going to give my honest take on which of the Spark 40 best fits your need or which should you buy. If you're looking for a device that is on a budget and you just want the essentials, I would say the Spark 40 actually delivers in this case, and I'll say it gives you more than just the essential without breaking the bank for the money. If you're looking for a device that kind of balances performance and just a little bit above that budget end of the barrel with a still a good decent price, definitely you should be looking at the Spark 40 Pro. Now, I might have given this phone not so much love on social media, especially because of the gimmicks of the camera, but trust me when I say this device is pretty really good for the price it comes in. And for a lot of people that have seen and sent me messages, their experience using the Spark 40 Pro has been fantastic. But for me, I still love how the 40 looks. It looks like a modern version phone, though it looks similar to the iPhone 17 that might be coming out. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see that review, let me know in the comments. I love how it looks and how it feels. But if you want to experience the closest to a flagship premium experience that Tecno has to offer, I'll say the Spark 40 Pro Plus might be your best bet. And here is why I say so. Just looking at 3 of these, when I unboxed them, these were my initial impressions. The first time I looked at the 40, I was like, wow, that looks really beautiful and new. I haven't really seen this in a while. That was my first impression. When I looked at the 40 Pro, I was like, this looks very solid and feels good to hold. This looks like something I'll be proud to take everywhere with me. And for the 40 Pro Plus, I was like, this is super slim and the screens look amazing. So that will give you an insight, and based on your personal preference, that will determine what and which of them you'd like to go to. For me personally, I feel the best obviously would be the Spark 40 Pro Plus, because this is where Tecno has packed all of their best, and also that wireless reverse charging, though it's 5 watts, it will come in handy. You never know when you need it. You can even just buy it and use it to charge up your more expensive devices when you need it. So I want to ask you right now, which of them do you think is the best for you, and why would you be picking any of them? We've gone through all of the specs and all of their pros and cons in this particular video, but I just want to genuinely know your thoughts, so put them in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. We're trying to get to 5K, guys, so let's do it. Do it for your boy, and I'll be here to bring you more exciting, truthful, honest, unbiased reviews about all of the tech devices I get. Just put them there and I'll be sure to get to them eventually in time. Thanks for staying to this part of this video. I'm super grateful that you stayed to this part. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.